worked a lot, and eventually made it onto first world team in 2011 or 2009. And since then I've been trying to do everything I can to stay on the team.
Yeah, it's one thing to get there; it's another thing to stay there.
Exactly. Competition is very tough in the States. I mean, Steve, who's shot for us this week.
Steve Anderson.
I mean, Rio and Braden are always up there, as well as other guys. Chris B, who's a cadet in Wushu, China. Heck, he beat me at the most recent ranking shoot that we had back home at the Gator Cup. So lots of really good shooters, lots of young shooters, even younger than me, coming up through the ranks. So
keeps you on your toes.
Very much so.
Got to be on our toes now for the women's team gold medal match featuring the United States of America against Malaysia. This is Team USA, seeded 6th, coming in after topping Thailand by 8 in the 1/8 round, then moved past Mexico by 2 in the quarterfinals before being upset, or before upsetting Colombia, I should say. 224 to 222 in the semifinals. So Crystal Gauvin joined by Angela Bradley and Lexi Keller taking on the team from Malaysia, which got here by defeating Vietnam by 8 in the 1/8 round, India by 4 in the quarterfinals, and Russia by 4 in the semifinals. Shooting for Malaysia today, Fatin, Nurfatehah, Rizah, Ishak, and Saritha, Nong. So those 3 young ladies will be competing against the United States, and it's an almost all new look for the USA.
Yeah, we had a couple different archers. Erica Jones is actually pregnant, so she decided not to shoot this year.
Imagine that, having a baby and not shooting.
Yeah, crazy. I can't believe her. No, we're all super happy for her, and definitely something that nobody blames her for doing.
Congratulations to the Jones family.
Yep, very much so.
All right, here we go. Malaysia shooting first on target number 1. Fatin Nurfatehah, 23 years old, ranked 90th in the world, and ends up in the red ring with an 8. A little bit closer to the center for Malaysia. And we believe this is Rizah Ishak with another 9. So 8, 9, and 9.
Definitely an opportunity for us, for the U.S. to jump ahead. See if Crystal can start them off strong.
Crystal Gauvin, who broke out on the World Cup Tour last year. Now she's the veteran.
Yep. The veteran, and this is her 2nd World Cup. So.
Just maybe outside that line. Tough to tell.
Lexi's first World Cup trip, but she has been on a lot of youth teams, so traveling internationally. So
Lexi Keller, 19 years young, ranked 128th in the world, and now back to Malaysia. Nurfatehah. Saritha Cham Nong, 26 years old, was ranked as high as 48th in the world back in 2011, shooting at her 2nd World Cup event. And now Rizah Ishak, 46 years young. And Rizah Ishak finishes off strong. The first 10 of the day for Malaysia. But as Bridget Eaton mentioned a moment ago, good opportunity for Crystal Gauvin and company to take advantage. Crystal, 30 years young, 44th in the world. And she puts up another 10. So 2 10s for Crystal Gauvin to start things off. Now look at Angela Bradley at her first World Cup event. And here she is in a gold medal match. Kind of looked away when she released it.
Yeah, don't know how much she liked that shot, but Crystal shooting 2 10s, and if Lexi can come away with a 10 here, it'll help them out quite a bit. I think they're still sitting pretty good. So
another 10 for the USA, and they go up by 3 points after the first 10, 57 to 54. So the all-new look USA team. We're used to seeing the Christy Collins, the Jamie Van Ettas, the Erica Jones, but it's good to see there's that depth on the United States squad.
Yeah, like I said, Crystal, this is her second trip. Angela and Lexi, this is their first trip, so to see them shooting the way they have is really impressive. So knew they'd shoot well. Just were a little curious as far as what would happen with them being, you know, everyone's so kind of a rookie type of deal.
But they appear to be confident. There's Brady Ellison up in the crowd, along with Rio Wild. And high overhead, the drones. They're everywhere. Great look at the skyline here in Shanghai as the USA forges a 3-point lead after the first end. Last year, of course, in Shanghai, here at Stage 1, it was the United States winning the gold medal, defeating Chinese Taipei by 20 points. That was a team comprised of Erica Jones, Jamie Van Etta, and Tristan Scarvin. So obviously, a lot of turnover. New faces for the American squad as they try to wrap up another gold medal here in Shanghai in the women's compound competition. And Malaysia trailing by 3 will start the second end. As you look across the Wangpu River to an area known as the Bund. Nurfatehah on the line. Should be a 9.
Yep, that one's all the way inside, so definitely a 9 to start off this end for them.
Saritha Cham Nong in the 10 ring. The last time that Cham Nong was here was in 2010, and she finished 9th individually in Stage 4, Shanghai. Rizah Ishak could be just outside that 9 ring.
The spotters are giving her a 9. But hard to tell when the arrow's low and the line's above the arrow. Shaft's covering it up.
Crystal Gauvin definitely on the line.
Shoot your shot, girl.
So she puts up 9 more points for the United States. Angela Bradley, a 4th place finisher at the Arizona Cup in Phoenix a year ago. That one drifted just a little bit left. And Lexi Keller in the gold rings. So the USA giving some points back, and it's a 1-point lead now. Team USA up by 3 after the first end, but giving back a couple of points with those first 3 arrows of the second end.
Turning into a little bit closer match than
Okay.
Colombia and Russia to start off anyways.
Russia winning the bronze medal match by 4 as they led wire to wire. And now Malaysia gaining confidence. Rizah Ishak, the veteran at 46 years of age.
Okay. Yes.
And she comes through with a 10. So 3 9s, 3 10s.
You got this, Crystal.
And we've got a good match going right now. Crystal Gauvin back up to the shooting line.
Beautiful. 10. Nice.
A 5th place finisher in Wrocław last year in Poland, where she also won team and mixed team gold medals at stage 4. She starts off with a 10 in this rotation. And Angela Bradley trying to keep it going just outside the 10 ring in the 9. So Lexi Keller hoping for a 10 to maintain a 1-point lead for the United States. A 9 and we're tied, and we are indeed tied at 111.
Yeah, like I said, looks like it's going to be a little bit closer match this time. I am a little biased. I'm hoping they pull ahead by a couple points, but
Which is understandable. These are your teammates, but a lot of respect, and that's what I like about the sport of archery. There's so much respect amongst the athletes themselves for each other and the abilities that other archers from other countries possess.
yeah, and it's for us it's kind of a big community because what we do is so unique. We'll go back to the hotel and hang out with guys from other countries in the evenings, eating dinner, breakfast and stuff with everybody. So
Sure, everybody's eating at the same restaurant.
yeah, just one big community.
And you're out on the field all day. You were over at Yuan Shen Stadium all week and shooting hundreds of arrows, literally,
Yep.
and walking back and forth. And so there is a great deal of mutual respect out here. And Malaysia certainly has the United States' attention right now after the USA got that 3-point lead to start things off. As you get a good view of some of the spectacular architecture here in Shanghai. Just a breathtaking city that has supported World Cup archery for many, many years now and is a great place to start the World Cup tour. And we've seen some great matches, and we're watching a tightly contested match right now. Someone from high above is watching as well. The eye in the sky here in Shanghai as we get set for the 3rd end. And Fatin Nurfatehah, who was 17th at the World Championships in Belek in 2013. Back in 2010 here in Shanghai, finished 17th and has been competing abroad since 2009. So she's a veteran, very experienced. And now turns it over to Saritha Cham Nong, who is competing in only her 2nd World Cup event, and that could be costly.
Looks like they still hung the 8 ring, so not as costly as it could have been, but definitely not what they were after.
Ishak.
But that'll help.
Yes. That kind of balances the scales, doesn't it?
Yep, helps to turn things around. That's the nice thing about team round is even if you struggle a little bit, you have confidence in your teammates and know that they can turn around after one of your bad shots and they can come back with a good one themselves, and vice versa.
Crystal Gauvin sticking a 9 and then getting off the shooting line very quickly. You see that clock ticking down. You want to leave enough time for the teammates coming behind you.
And that's one reason they have Crystal shooting first. She shoots exceptionally fast. So
draws it back, lines it up, lets it go. Lexi Keller has enough time, and that may be a 10. They'll put it up as a 10. So we're still tied at 138. Each team shooting 9, 8, and 10.
Okay. Good, good.
So Nurfatehah with an X. 10 more points for Malaysia. Saritha Cham Nong trying to add to that and puts up a 9. So now the veteran, Rizah Ishak, who, by the way, is competing at her first World Cup event, 46 years of age, and has finally gotten to a World Cup event, and great grouping by the Malaysian team.
Just a little low, but
Nice strong shot.
X99's not too shabby way to finish out the end. So, but does leave the door open for the U.S.
Camera zeroes in on Crystal Gauvin, who zeroes in and almost got it into that 10 ring.
It was just out.
So the USA needs a pair of 10s to regain the lead.
There you go.
There's the first one.
Good shot.
Out to 9.
Just off as well.
But you got it back.
So they need a 10 to remain tied, heading to the final end. Lexi Keller looks like she got it done. Yeah.
Nice shot.
And sighs that sigh of relief. You've been there before.
Many times, yeah.
No pressure, is there?
No, none at all.
None at all.
Never something you want to be. Don't ever want to be in a situation where you need a 10 and make a poor shot. But you do feel a little sigh of relief when somehow it finds its way in there. So somehow, some way.
Years and years and years of practice. So there we are. After 3 ends, we're tied at 166 all. Hope you're enjoying the sights, the sounds, the pictures, and the action here at the first stage of the 2015 Archery World Cup season. We're in Shanghai. And we're into the gold medal match for the women in the team competition. After 3 ends, we're tied at 166 all. The United States had a 3-point lead after the first 6 arrows, but Malaysia able to come back and tie it after the second end and remain tied after this 3rd end. So it'll come down to these final 6 shots coming up under the gray skies over the financial district. Still a spectacular day. And at night, this river really is spectacular with the riverboats all lit up, cruising back and forth.
A little bit more appeasing to the eye than all the barges going back and forth now, but still fun to watch.
It is. A lot of traffic on that river. Fatin starts off with a 9. Fatin Nurfatehah. Cham Nong in her 2nd World Cup event.
Yes.
And a pair of 9s for Malaysia. Rizah Ishak knows how important it is right now that she shoot a 10 after her teammates both posted a 9. So those 3 9s leave Malaysia vulnerable.
A couple good shots by the U.S. here, and things can turn around.
Crystal Gauvin, good athlete, former swimmer, competitive swimmer.
Swimmer, biker.
9 highlight.
Strong archer. She shoots a 9.
You got this, girl.
Moved her sight a little too much. She was on the opposite side of the 10 in the last arrow.
Who will step up for either of these teams?
Nice.
Right now, it's a game of 9s. Lexi Keller can be a difference maker right here.
Solid shot.
Got to make plays. This is a chance. But 3 straight 9s for the USA, so we're still tied.
Taking it down to the wire.
It's a nail-biter here in China in the women's gold medal match. Fatin Nurfatehah, 23 years old, won a silver medal at the 2012 Asian Grand Prix in Bangkok, was 9th at the Asian Grand Prix in 2014 and 2013 at the Asian Grand Prix, so a lot of experience, but only able to muster a 9, and another 9, this time by Cham Nong.
See what the last arrow is going to be here.
Well, a little bit of hesitation right there.
Still has a lot of time on the clock to make a good shot, so.
Rizah Ishak cannot find the center of that target.
The U.S. can keep them in the gold and have one of them find its way into the 10 ring. We can close the match out. So
it's in the hands of Crystal Gauvin, Angela Bradley, and Lexi Keller. Another 9.
You got this, Angela. Strong shot. Take your time.
The
You have
pressure
plenty of
building.
time.
Can Angela Bradley break through? Pulls it back. At her first World Cup event, her first international competition, and she shoots another 9. So now it's up to Lexi Keller. Can Lexi Keller come through in the clutch and deliver a gold medal for the United States? 19 years young. Draws it back, anchors it, lets it go. Oh, it's in the red rings, and the match will go to Malaysia. She needed at least a 9, was hoping for the 10, and Malaysia celebrating a come-from-behind victory.
stayed at full draw a little long. It's always tough to not over-aim in that situation, knowing you need a 10. But it is a team event.
Oh, no question about it.
So,
There were many opportunities there for the United States to grab control of that match.
for sure.
But credit Malaysia.
Yeah, they definitely not someone anyone expected, but got it done, and that's all that matters. Close match nonetheless, much closer than the bronze.
A match decided by just 1 point. The final score, Malaysia winning it 220 to 219. So Malaysia coming from behind after falling behind by 3 points after the first end. The first 6 arrows looked like the United States was in good shape, but then gave back some points in that second end. There was an 8 in that second end, only 1 10. The rest were 9s. Then in the third end, the U.S. shot another 8, and they finish up the match with an 8 that allows Malaysia to go home with the gold medal. But a great match right there.